Hey everybody, it's Jay Knowles. Some of y'all might know, some of y'all might not know. However, I don't even know if people are still interested or not. But basically, it's been a couple of weeks now since I've been back from the military. After I came back, people kept asking, like, how was it and how was the experience and why did you come back and, like, what didn't you like over there? What did you like over there? Did you make any friends? Did you all these questions. And basically, I'm gonna explain it all to you in a video. I told everybody that too. I was like, I'll get to it in a video eventually, like 10 weeks later. But I'm getting to it now. It's here. It's right here. First, everybody go follow me on all of my social medias, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, at JXYYKNXWLES. J Knowles, except for the A and the O or X's. But anyways, let's get started. I wrote down like everything that I was going to talk about in this video. So if you see me looking down on my laptop, I said laptop twice, it's my iPad. That's why. But basically, first things first, recruiters. So this whole army was not, I was not planning it. Sort of a last minute thing, quick decision type of thing. Because one, I'm not good at school whatsoever. I mean, sure, I graduated and like my grades weren't bad, but I personally didn't think college was for me. And so as my alternative to college was the military, of course. And so the recruiters, they came to me, they were like, all these free benefits, free college, free braces, free, what is it called? Eye surgery to like, get your eye better. I forgot what it's called. But I have glasses, but I'm not going to wear them because of the glare or whatever. And free medical, all this other type of free benefits stuff. And don't get me wrong, it's a good, like, that's amazing, you know? Like, what the heck? Like, who wouldn't want all that stuff? And so I jumped at it and I did it. I swore in and I was ready to go to the military. But the thing is that they don't tell you anything that goes on over there. And I even asked, like, okay, you're telling me all this good, positive stuff, but what are the negative things? And the only thing he said was being away from your family. And yeah, that's a negative thing that I should have taken into mind, but I didn't think anything of it. But that's the only negative thing he said. That's not the only negative thing over there, because it's crazy over there. It's definitely a ride. But yeah, they basically lie to you and say it's like you're gonna be fine and it's smiles and laughter. But the thing is that they're not telling you the truth. So in other words, they're lying to you. But I understand why, because they get more money from the more people they put in, you know. So they're gonna say whatever they got to put you in, and they're not gonna lose sleep over it. What the heck? Basically, I'm from Texas, and my basic training was I think it was a 42 Alpha Human Resource Specialist. That was my job, my MOS, and I had to go to South Carolina. I've never been on a plane before. So when I found out I was taking two planes, I had to. That was stupid because I went all the way over there to South Carolina. Oh no, my first plane was. I'm from Houston, and they went to Dallas, and from Dallas, South Carolina. So I was on two planes, and I was scared. The guy next to me, he's going to the military too. He was like, "Is this your first plane ride?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I asked him if it was his, and they said, "Yep." So we were both like dying on the plane. And I survived. It was crazy, but okay. I left here from Houston at like 12, I think. I was on the plane by 12 in the afternoon. and we didn't get to South Carolina at like 10. I don't even know where. I don't think it took that long to get there, but somehow we didn't get there till 10. So the whole like airport was empty. Like there was nobody but the army kids that were there. And as soon as you get off that plane and walk into that airport, as soon as you walk in there, there's a, I don't know if he's a drill sergeant or a sergeant. I don't know what he. I didn't look at his rank. He was just in his dress blues, standing there, and I was like, snap! Like as soon as we get off, really, as soon as we get off, and then he was like, everybody line up and getting what is it? Was it attention? He was like, getting attention, and I was like, oh snap! Here we go! Like this is all happening right now. Like it's for real. Like this is really happening. And I was like, oh my god, like what did I sign up for? I was immediately regretting it after that. Because, I mean, yeah, I get yelled at by my mom, but that's like different than someone else yelling at me, you know? It's like always a difference. And yeah, I was like, that's so crazy because we just got off and you're already yelling at us to get the attention or whatever. And he put us on the bus and we went to the Fort Jackson, South Carolina, that's where we were. And it was like a 30-minute bus ride over there. I don't know. So basically, Monday night at 10, that's when we got there, right? South Carolina. We thought we were going to go to bed like that same night. So 10 o'clock at night, what were we going to do? But they had us stay up Tuesday morning, Tuesday night. And then it went to Wednesday. We stayed up all through Wednesday. And finally at like 12 o'clock Wednesday, we finally went to bed, but we were not able to get that. We got 2-3 hours tops. Like that's pretty much the first time we slept since, you know, Sunday night or whatever. We were dying. Like there were kids passing out, like standing up, and they thought it was exhaustion or whatever. Nah, it's sleep deprivation. And there's kids passing out, and I was like, yo, like, they need to let us go to sleep because we're all, like, falling asleep, filling paperwork, or, like, getting our shots or whatever. So when you get to the military, 1 week is for reception. That's, like, 7 days, or I think it's, like, 5 days, something like that. And then the next week, that's when you really go to your, battalion or like where you're really gonna start basic training. So I was still in the reception. That's where they didn't let us sleep. That's where you first start off at. And so yeah, we only had 2-3 hours of sleep that day, and everybody was like passing out and like falling asleep doing paperwork and like, cause basically your reception is they're gonna make you do paperwork, they're gonna give you shots, they're gonna pass out your uniforms, these uniforms, they're gonna pass out your OCUs, something like that. Your boots, you're gonna get all your paperwork ready, and basically then they're gonna send you to basic training. But yeah, everybody goes to reception first. The chow room. So we didn't eat till like the next day at like 4 in the morning. First of all, there's way too many people there. Like it took us maybe about 40 minutes. No, it took us longer than that. I remember standing there 2 hours one time. We had to stand there and like attention, waiting to get in that lunchroom so we could eat. Can't talk at all, and you have to stand at parade rest, which is like hands like that behind your back or whatever. And you have to face forward. You can't look around. And the drill sergeant immediately, like they were rude and like disrespectful. And I remember this one drill sergeant. He was about, I want to say to my like shoulder or whatever. He's blonde and had a huge forehead, by the way. But I remember, I think like 3 kids away from me, this kid was like looking left like that or whatever. And the drill sergeant came up from behind us, and they say make way, and you get like against the wall like for him to walk through. And he was standing like right next to me too. And he yells at the kid. He goes, "How about you face forward, private? And stop looking around like an idiot." And he was cussing and cussing and cussing. And I wanted to bust out laughing because I think it's hilarious when they cuss. But I was just like this. I turned my face so they wouldn't see me like giggling or whatever. But the fact is that they're so rude. Like, you could have just said turn around or whatever, but you didn't have to cuss at him and like make all these like try to act all big and bad when you're only like 3 feet tall. Whatever. But yeah, the place was always crazy. Like, they yelled at you. You couldn't talk. If you talk and they caught you talking, either they were gonna yell at you like that, or you were gonna be sent to all the way to the back of the line with waiting 2 hours. So whichever you want to do. So I made sure not ever to talk in that room. So basically, when you're there, you have to change into like what these are called PTs. That's what you sleep in, and you can't be out of that uniform. So when we were going to sleep, we had to sleep like this. Well, one time when we were going to bed, this kid was wearing the long sleeve one. Ugh. Drill sergeant walked in and we were all sleeping. And there's a night guard which like keeps watch over all of us, make sure nothing happens or whatever. Of privates like other people like us. And when he walks in, he has to yell attention. Like the private has to yell attention, and we all need to get out of our beds and stand at attention. And when the drill sergeant caught him wearing that long sleeve, ooh, we all got smoked. We all had to pay for it. Like, we were doing push-ups. And, okay, push-ups aren't hard for me or whatever, but we were doing the ones where you go down, and then when you go back up, you have to go left or right. You have to hold your body weight up. Left, right, or go up, down. And you have to keep doing that. And after a while, I could not hold my body anymore. Like, I was like, I tried to get up, but I kept falling. Like, I couldn't hold myself up anymore. I was like, yo, I can't do it anymore. Like, there's no way. I just can't support my body weight anymore. But yeah, you'll get smoked for any little things, just dress code. So you have to stay like this. It's crazy. Even if it's cold in there, you have to stay like this. Oh, I messed up on a part before because when a drill sergeant walks in, we have to yell at ease, not at attention, but it's at ease. And when we were getting ready for chow, we would all stand in our like little platoons, I guess, or whatever. And when the drill sergeant walked by, if somebody seen him or her, they had to yell at ease. And everybody that hears, everybody's supposed to do it, but everybody has to stop what they're doing, turn around, face the drill sergeant, and get in at ease position. If somebody didn't do it, you're smoked again. It was basically all push-ups because no one likes push-ups, but if you had to like stop moving, stop talking, and if they call you, you're gonna get smoked. Like, and everybody was gonna get smoked. If they caught one person not doing it or like talking still, everybody, like everybody in that vicinity is gonna get smoked. I got smoked personally, like just me, because the drill sergeant over our platoon, he was calling us by our roster number, and basically he wanted us to say, like when he called us, he wanted us to say our religion, what religion we were. And when he called mine, I said my religion, and then he called it twice, and so I didn't say it because I was like, why? I don't know if he messed up maybe, or like calling someone else or whatever. So I didn't say it. And then at the end, he said, okay, where's your roster number, da da da. And I said, here, drill sergeant. And he was like, why didn't you tell me your religion? And I was like, I did earlier, drill sergeant. And he told me to go over there, like right next to him. So I did. And he was like, did you not hear me? And I was like, I did, drill sergeant. I called my my religion. Like I told it out to you, drill sergeant. And then he was like, no, you didn't. And I was like, I think he called me twice for sergeant. So he was like, no. So he made me do push-ups in front of everybody in that little area. It was a whole bunch of people, by the way. He made me do push-ups right there, like get on the ground, do push-ups, and I couldn't stop. So yeah, I was like, I could have sworn he caught it twice, but whatever. When we had got there, the reason we didn't sleep is because we were getting all like our personal belongings, like all of our uniforms, hygiene stuff that we had to buy, by the way, with our own money. So we had to carry that around all Tuesday. So we carried it around all Tuesday, like it was I almost say 70 pounds because it was 3 uniforms, 3 pair of boots, hat, personal belongings like we didn't need shampoo because we didn't have any hair, but soap to wash our body, deodorant, it says razor cream, shaving cream, razors, kind of like stuff like that, like hygiene stuff. And I bought a whole bunch of stuff. I don't even know what I bought, by the way, but there was a whole bunch of stuff. And it was heavy too. So we had to carry all of our uniforms in that big green duffel bag. I carried it like this because I didn't know how to carry it. And then we had to carry our green laundry bag with all of our personal belongings in it, like I just told you, like our deodorant and stuff. And so we had to carry both all Tuesday until Wednesday night when we went to bed. And my arms were sore. It's unbelievable. And like after a while, I couldn't hold it anymore, so I was holding with my fingertips. Like I was like grabbing onto it just so I can pull it or whatever. That's crazy. Like my fingers were like all messed up because of it. I think they're better now except my one finger, but that's crazy. That's all. We carried that all day. Like I'm not even lightly playing with you. We had to carry it when we went to go eat, when we were doing our checkups, when we were doing paperwork, all day with us. It's crazy. Speaking of checkups, we had to get, everybody's was different, but for me, I got 7 shots. Not 2, not 1, 7. And then I even got one in because what they were doing is that they were basically putting viruses in us so our body can grow immune to it. And I understand maybe 1 or 2 or something, but not 7. What the heck? And they did. They just grabbed my skin. 1, 2, 3, and then did 1, 2, 3 here. I think they did another one maybe under here somewhere. I don't know. Like all at the same time. And then we had to take 2 little pills that were containing another virus. And they told us not to touch it with our tongue. We can't grab it with our fingers. It'll give us blisters. And who knows what all those viruses were. But after a while I got sick. But all we could take were cough drops. So that's all I was taking was cough drops. But yeah, that's crazy. Even after I got home, I got sick again, I think. Who gives 7 viruses, first and foremost? That's crazy. So as y'all can all clearly see by this video, that I'm a very hands person. Like I use my hands a lot. And so when I was over there, it was hard to like not use my hands talking, because when you talk to your drill sergeant, you have to stand with your hands behind your back at parade rest. And that was hard for me to do because I always want to move my hands and like talk with my hands, but and if you can't, they say put your hands down, private. So I'm not gonna say bougie, but I don't drink tap water. I drink bottled water, gallon water even, but never tap water. Over there, however, in our CamelBaks, I don't know if y'all probably don't know what that is, but let me show you real quick. This is a CamelBak. And so, what it is you open this little thing and put water in it, and we have to carry it around with us like wherever we go. We cannot take it off only when we're going to bed or whatever. And so, you get this little piece right there, open it, push this little thingy down, and we drink water out of it. We had to carry that around every single day, all day. We had to keep drinking water out of it. They didn't want us to die of like heat exhaustion or whatever. But they made us fill it with faucet water. Not not faucet water from a sink, but you know, like sometimes on the side of your house you have the little nozzle, like a little switchy thing that suppose it's for water hose, but we had to fill those things with that water in there. Like we couldn't go to the bathroom, we couldn't use the little like water fountains, we couldn't use the water fountains. We had to fill it up right there, and that was the only place we can fill it up. And basically, there was a rumor going around because everybody had figured out, like, after they were sleeping, like, unless it's like weird or whatever, but like, guys get, when they wake up, typically all guys do it or whatever. But after we got there, everybody had to realize we weren't getting it anymore. Like, in the morning we wake up, nothing was up. Everybody was like, did you get that in the morning? And like, it was just weird. And everybody was answering no. And so what the rumor was they were putting something in our faucet water, or whatever water you want to call it. It comes out of the water hose. They were saying that they were putting something in our water that's lowering our testosterone and lowering our hormones, which we don't get morning whatever. That's why we're not getting it, because we're drinking, all the guys, even the girls drinking it. But basically everybody was drinking that water. Nobody's getting that because what's they have in our water. And I believed it because everybody was drinking it, like, and none of us was getting it, like, and I'm sure people might have got it but they didn't tell us or nothing. But for me personally, I didn't get it not once while I was there. And I drank that water every single day. It was just crazy. Like, at first I didn't believe it, but then after a while I was like, hey, I'm not getting it either. Like, I don't want to believe it, but you never know. It's the government. I mean, who knows? So basically, I have anxiety, and people who know me personally know that I do. And I don't do well in like big crowds or like surrounded by big groups of people and like loud noises and stuff like that. My recruiter told me to lie about it, and like to lie to MEPS, and MEPS is basically processing to get you into the army. And he told me to lie to them about it, and I did, cause he said if you want to get in the army, like for sure, lie to MEPS about it. Like, don't tell them you have anxiety or whatever. And so I did. I got in. They have a thing called Moment of Truth, and what it is they lecture you on how, like, this is what they say. They say if you lie to our MEPS about anything personally wrong with you, or like if you have a record, or you have like a disability or like anxiety, and you or your recruiters lie to MEPS about it, then you can get fined for it, you can go to jail for it, all these bad things basically. And so I'm sure they were just scaring us, because there's a guy there that told me he had like several different procedures, and he's like, he has dang, what did he say? He'd been to jail 3 times, and like all this other crazy stuff. And I was like, how did you get in? And he was like, I lied to them about it. And I was like, oh my god. And he's still there, but I'm sure they're just like just kind of scared or whatever. But I'm a big baby, and so I was like, okay, like, I have anxiety attacks, like, my recruiter told me to lie to MEPS about it. So I told them, and from there, oh my god, like, from there I had to go get psych evaluated to make sure I was like stable or whatever. I wasn't, by the way. She was like, how often does your anxiety attacks come, and like explain them to me, and like stuff like that. But basically after I explained it to her, she said, okay, well, I'm not like officially giving it to you, but you were getting medically discharged. And so I was kind of relieved in a way, I'm not even gonna lie, because that place was horrible. Like, they got screamed at 24/7, like every single day, 24/7. So I was kind of bummed, but kind of excited at the same time, because that was definitely not what I wanted to do. Like, it's not a fun experience. It's not something, me personally, that I thought I could do it. I thought I was gonna like man it up and like be able to do it or whatever. No. So yeah, I got medically discharged, but I can join again in 2 years. Like, let's say all else fails and like whatever, like I can join again in 2 years, and yeah, that's basically it. My friends, I made a couple of friends there. So I met when I was getting my psych evaluation or whatever. This girl was also getting hers. That was crazy. They were both getting that, but she so my friend, because we need a battle buddy, and what a battle buddy is, they have somebody has to be with you at all times, so you can't be alone at anything. So I had to bring a battle buddy with me to I'll go to the office for my appointment or whatever. And so they were sitting over there. My future friend was sitting right next to me, and we talked like little chit chat, like hi, and like what are you here for, and like stuff like that, like normal stuff or whatever. But then after they called me and I came back, I asked her, I was like, did you see my battle buddy that I came with? And she goes, the hot one? And I was like, sure, I guess. And she goes, oh yeah, he left earlier. And I was like, what? She was like, yeah, he left. And I was like, I need him to get back, so I can't walk out there by myself. And so, well, you can go with us. And then I was like, let me just wait a little bit, cause I don't know where he went. I don't think she even knew where she went. I'm sure she was just saying something. And so I waited a little bit they waited there with me. Basically, after that, we had like kept talking about my battle buddy that left me, and after that, it was on and popping. Like every time we see each other, I was like, "Hey," and then she was like, "Hey, how are you?" And like we were just so good friends after that. Like one conversation. When I was getting discharged, we went to a place called RHU, where they like hold you until you get your paperwork out and like stuff like that. And she was there with me, and we sat together every single day. We talked every single day. Like I have her number, I have her social media. We were really good friends. Like I love her to death. She is hilarious, and she is gorgeous too, by the way. Uh, Shout out to you, Mackenzie. She knows who she is. um, the girl that she was with, battle buddying with, she's a really good friend of mine too. Because she was there with us. She was getting discharged too. All three of us were getting discharged, but all three of us were together. I didn't think we were gonna click so well, me and the other girl, but we did too. I love her too. Shout out to you, Morgan. But yeah, those are my only friends I made there. Yeah, my really good friends over there. Those were the only two. So yeah, I got discharged. I came back home. People were asking questions. That was your explanation. This 30-minute video. People might judge me because I got medical discharge for anxiety. I mean, what can you do? Like I tried, I did it, but I didn't go all the way. And like people were already judging me, talking about how weak I was, and like, oh no, I didn't say. They just knew I got discharged. They knew I was home. I didn't tell them why or whatever. But people were already talking mess, like you're weak, and like how do you get kicked out of the army, and like you're low life, and like all other type of like mean things. And the thing is that what can you do? I mean, like it was medical discharge. It's anxiety, something I can't control. Like there's no need to hate or like be mean or something like that, because I did things some people won't ever attempt to in their life, and I'm sorry that I didn't make it, you know, like what can you do? But basically that's gonna end this video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Love y'all.